Hello, hello. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Um, okay. I am going to uh let me just make sure everything is. Hey, Brazen. Hi. How are you, darling? All good? Nice to have you here. So nice to have you here. So, I need to confess about something. I tried to do good enough. Um, I tried to do this. I live streamed this earlier, this painting on complementary colors, doing lemons with complementary colors, and oh boy, was it yeah, was it a disaster? A lot of things went wrong, but I did record it. So um, I wasn't, it still hasn't uploaded. It should have already been there ready and waiting for you guys, but it's not there. So I thought that I would, well, I like doing this anyways. I'm gonna just play it and we'll skip over the everything, just like the microphone was falling down and just one flop after the other. And it was very, very frustrating, but always a good experience. So I'm thinking we'll just move on over to the desktop. You can see that all right, right? And I will turn up the volume, I hope. Well, hopefully it'll play. Let's see what happens. Okay. So I decided to do complementary colors. And yeah, and here's the thing, Brazen, like a couple of things. First of all, um, doing complementary colors, you can see in the photo reference that of the lemons that I have my blue gray background, and I just moved it into a violet purple gray, hopefully purpley gray colored background, to for complementary colors, working with complementary colors. So I don't know. I can't even remember what I was saying. Let's start it and see if, first of all, I can get the volume going. Ooh, how fun. Okay, there we go. Gonna just mix up a purple color and somewhat dilute it. Should we see what that does? I never use washes, like this. And I'm always using burnt sienna, raw umber, more of the earth tones. That's where I tend to be. So this is brand new and a bit uncomfortable. So let's see what happens. Just gonna let that sit for a moment. Let me get. I use these old like towels, um, the non-fiber ones, and just to get off a bunch of the paint before putting it in my oils, in the linseed oil that I have, or the mineral spirits or turpentine. And they're also really great for for wiping back. So my immediate problem with a color like purple is that it is just too purple. And let's just see what happens. I could come in and gray it down a little bit, but don't think I need so many different colors. Let's just go in and see what we can do about the drawing of this little study. I'm going to go in with the purple and just get, first of all, the area here. All right. And I am going to add thinking about yellow ochre, but at the same time, I'm also thinking about sticking to a primary limited palette as best as I can. So I'm going to add a little bit of the lemon yellow. And it will gray it down quite a bit. Our general we have a general triangular shape in the shadows. This part of the lemon is in shadow, so I'm just going to do the whole thing in shadow. Okay, this is definitely new. And this foreground area, I'm gonna, I think today I'm gonna go in and work the background and foreground area. I'm gonna be using the lemon yellow in the background just to gray down this purple color quite a bit. And so the purple that's underneath is also going to come through. So I'm going to just kind of come over it. It's a little bit sticky because I didn't give it any time to dry, the underpainting, the wash, I mean. I'm going to go over with this just to get rid of that really powerful purple. And you know, your wash kind of sets the tone. And in some areas, you can choose to leave some of that coming through in your painting if you want to. And sometimes that can be a pretty cool thing. I'm going to lighten it because it is, in fact, is way too So I'm working to get this background color that, you know, it has the purple. I'm going to keep it in the purples because we are doing complementary colors. And bringing it also into the foreground. Again, remembering to use paint. Again, I'm not using enough. Usually in this first stage, what I normally do is just kind of get the colors laid in. But here I'm going to go with my left hand. Ha! That's also a new. I have an artist friend, Donna Spears Lausand. I don't know if I can say, I'm probably butchering her name. We met on an art retreat some years ago, and she does really fabulous artwork. Just unique. She's got her own style. She does things just beautifully. And one of the things that she was doing when we were in the workshop was she would just use her right hand, her left hand. She would turn her canvas upside down, and she would, it's like using a hand that you're not familiar with, can really mess things up, but also really lighten things up. So it does push you uh, beyond your limits. So I'm gonna keep going with this because it's kind of fun. I'm adding some blue. It's odd to mix in a different color. Just to get some of that design. I'm not going to worry about it. Um, it's kind of fun using your other hand. So I got this message. I'm sorry I didn't see it, and I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to find it here. I'm still not familiar with this platform. So I may have to come back and find it. I see it was on Twitch. So I will go in and try and figure it out. For some reason, I don't seem to be able to see. I'm not liking that. Yeah, so I guess I feel it bothers me that I'm that I am not um, able to see the chats. There's that bothers me. I'll go in and fix that after this. After this, this is my first time using Streamlabs in this type of setting, trying to do my live stream while, while filming it and making it useful for you guys. So here's the thing though, if you, what I'm doing is a 30-day lemon challenge. We're painting lemons, and every day we will paint a new lemon. If you are a beginner, your focus is on creating form, learning how to create form. That's it. If you're intermediate advanced artist, the focus is to do something completely different. So the focus is to, like what I'm doing here today, using complementary colors. It's not something that I normally do. So I'm starting this out with the idea of just using the complementary colors. Like I never use a purple wash on my canvas ever. I mean, I don't. So I'm pushing myself a little bit beyond my own limits and my own boundaries, because I'm always painting in a certain way, always. And this just kind of helps me, move in a new direction. So, so that's the purpose of what we're doing. And every day I'm here. It's day 9. We've got the 9th today. I started October 1st. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that for now. It might work. I'm actually not unhappy with it. Wiping off the extra paint on my brush. I'm going to rinse it off. And again, I'm only using these 2 brushes today. Yesterday I only used 1. Today I'm going to use these 2. And I'm going to go in and just kind of get the lemon color. I'm just going to go with a local. And tone this down. We tone it down with a little bit of the purple. And it just mellows it out. I think I need to get myself a new pile of purple. Let's clear this up a little bit so you can see. Okay. Add a little bit of that purple in here. Maybe too much. Okay. I just picked up some of that shadow color, but that's okay. Now I am going to mix some of this with the purple, Complementary Colors, and use that for the shadow side of this lemon. All right. Okay, so I just want to get the local color here, and then we can start working on the painting. So a couple things I can do. Let's see what happens if we mix a little bit of the white, and I'm scraping up some of the purple with that, so it's toning it down even more, cooling it off. But this area in here is not any kind of bright yellow. What's important, I think, is that we get the value. Start out there. And I'm not worried about the outer the white that goes around. I forget what it's called in English. Just want to get a sense of the brush strokes, of the slices. Again, picked up there. If you squint down at this sliced lemon on the shadow side, it almost looks greenish. And I know it's greenish because it's reflecting off of this blue background that you can see in the photo. But I'm turning it just a little bit more purple because I'm doing complementary colors today. So I'm taking liberty and doing what I want with it. And that is your right as an artist to take the scene, whatever it is that you're painting, and work with it, use it, alter it, create it. Okay. I'll move that up to this area. All right. So already it kind of has a something to it. It looks like though my measurements are off, not working. With this lemon here, I've got it too vertical. Needs to be just more of a slant this way. So I need to go in and kind of paint into, and I'll do that mostly with the using the background area. So that might have actually been pretty good. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Okay. So, clean brush, and let's just try and get a feel of this. I'm working to not look at the lemon slice, that I'm looking at a lemon. I want to look at the shapes and the shadows, the values, and kind of work with that. So it looks like up in this area we do have a lighter kind of more sparkly thing happening. And let me just get an inkling of the center, which has a purpley, it's a very, very light purple. You can barely see it here. It's actually even, I think if I add a little bit of blue to that, there. That's what I was looking for. I think maybe the image, looking at the image, it's slightly different than what I'm looking at. Anyways, let's just see what happens. Yeah, no, that's just not working at all with the image. I'm gonna have to alter it. The drawing is off. And also, I have to plug in the phone. Give me a second. Oops. Oh boy. So I need to redraw. Oh dear. Troubles in paradise. All right. You guys, I'm coming in. I turned down the volume. I turned down the volume because the microphone falls and it just makes this boom sound. So, yeah, oh look, and the camera on the palette got all messed up. I'm telling you, it was just a moment where everything just seemed to crumble. And um, oh, I hit a snag at challengers and see how they overcome it. I don't know how well I overcome anything today. But Brazen, think of it this way, like I'm trying to adjust the lemon because the lemon is just off. It's just off. And I'm still not comfortable doing live streams and trying to have my mind on so many different things. Armchair quarterback, and I can armchair quarterback and think of how I might handle the issue. I love that term, armchair quarterback. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, I wish I could have armchair quarterbacked this one. Um, but I obviously couldn't. And there, this is it fell again, you can tell. And pith, man, Linda, I had been sitting trying to figure out what the heck is it called? What the heck is it called? What is it called? What is it called? It would not come for the life of me. So glad that, yes, thank goodness I'm among friends. And you know what? Even if I'm not, I don't care. I really don't care. I don't know. Starting this YouTube channel, honestly, has been a great gift. It has been a great gift to me, my ego, not to inflate the ego, but because it constantly gets challenged and deflated, like today. And I I rather than being embarrassed and ashamed or losing face kind of thing, right? It's more like, okay, that was a mess up. Okay, so what? Big deal. And that has been really, really helpful for me. It has been super helpful. Um, and so I'm actually really grateful for that. And for actually getting the bravery to upload my first video, which was probably one of the scariest things that I've done. And believe me, Brazen, I armchair quarterbacked that one for a long time. But lo and behold, no matter how much you try and figure it out in the armchair, when real life happens, um, things come up that you just don't expect. So that has been my experience. Yeah, Brazen, I understand that about trying to find the right word. That happens to me as well. Okay, I'm gonna go back since I think the big microphone thing already happened. Looked like it did. I don't think it happened a third time. Oh, maybe it did. I think it did. I think it was the third time that it actually fell down and went clunk. Oh well. Oh well. Uh, let's see what I'm. Okay, that's what I was talking about the other day at Getting Real, going through the thick of it and overcoming the struggle. For me, seeing this is a natural process that will find a solution. Yeah. Yeah, I remember you saying that. And I think it actually, if I remember correctly, it kind of was the input to the next day's morning musings, or a day later, a couple days later, um, uh, because of that one Friday you were there. Exactly. It's the only way for me. It's the only way to grow in any kind of meaningful any kind of meaningful way, and meaningful being meaningful to me in my life. As you know, when each of us takes a step forward or expands outwards, it's meaningful mostly to you, and then to the other people around you, of course, because they get to benefit from the change and the wisdom gained, that you have gained. And when we grow in any way, then we end up sharing that with those around us, whether we're actually speaking to them about it, or just in our on how we stand, how we face the world. Are your shoulders just a little farther back, and your heart center out, um, uh, out in the open, more confident and strong, which seems to be my experience, especially since starting this YouTube channel, because I just so quickly got over all the fears that I've always had of not being good enough, and being judged and criticized. Isn't that funny? It's really funny now that I think about it. I spent so many years of my life in that place, and I can listen to anybody's disagreements with me. I have no problem there. I tend to turn it on that downward spiral when any type of criticism is spoken with in harshness or anger, or with a sense of needing to somehow, um, the other person having that need to maybe try and knock me over. Then I get lost in the downward spiral, and that seems to have been healed from from these YouTube videos and all these mistakes. Okay, Linda, 9 a.m. here. I have 2 days of painting now to catch up. Love the purple, huh? Go. I want to see it. Hey, we're gonna change the hashtag, because hashtag lemons blanca is just too vague, and too many people out there. So, let's do hashtag Vita lemons. Let's do that one. Vita lemons. Nobody's gonna have that hashtag but us. Right? So that's for Instagram. If you guys are all there, let's do it there. Okay. All right. Linda, have a great day today. Well, I just don't know if the microphone has fallen or not. That's looking a little bit better. Now, what I'm going to have to do sorry about that. Fell over again. What a mess. I wonder if I can just use a different microphone. Or maybe I'll just hold it. Okay. Let's get this thing in. Okay, it's kind of looking like a lemon now. The angle is still off. All right, um, I turned down the volume again because this I had the hardest time um, getting the angle of that lemon. And one is I was looking at the actual lemon there, and the angle is just a little bit different than what you're seeing. Yeah, yeah. See, I was totally off, and I kept going in and changing it and trying to fix it and this and that. I kind of got a better uh and I fixed it a little bit, but it just didn't work. It was just a it was just another bad painting day. Um, but and the other thing is okay, well, we're on like 1 hour of the live stream. I think the actual video, it's got another 20 minutes. So my I mean, what there was 5 minutes or so of struggling with the sound and the microphones and the how to put it all together and how to make it work. And then I just got stuck on I just wanted to fix this lemon. And here's my mistake. Here's the thing that I should have done. I should have just left it and not played around with it too much. You know, I have kind of given myself an hour to paint these little sketches, and an hour for me is pretty fast. I'm a very slow painter. So this is pushing me on moving faster, which is a good thing. It's a good lesson. In And it's helping me loosen up and not get too tight with my painting. And like I said the other days too, using more paint. I think here really didn't use very much paint on this one. Um, Blanca, this uh, uh, surface that I'm using uh, is part of the video that I'm making about using household items to for canvases that you can turn pretty much anything into a canvas. And this is one of them. This is from a cereal box, and I'll be using it uh, in the video, to prove, right, that you can actually paint on it. I thought you might like that. And it's all crooked and everything, but all you need to do is just put the tape around it, and you've got your canvas, and then you can go in afterwards and uh, square it out if you want to and recut it. So here I am going in and fiddling with this lemon. And boy, I mean, I fiddled for the next 15 minutes. Yeah, kind of, it's, just bad measuring. I didn't do a notan. Um, and didn't really take the time to get it right in the beginning. And if you don't get it right in the beginning, uh, you can fix minor things as you're painting, but and yeah, I could go in and just scrape that lemon down and do it from the beginning. I could just get rid of it and start over. Um, but I fiddled with it, tried to get it better, and then finally decided that I just needed to let it go. And so I think in this whole last half of the video, after the microphone fell down, I got very quiet. 'Cause I was frustrated. I was frustrated and I couldn't get the lemon. Um, you like the idea. Yeah. Um, so it's better to just paint it and let it be bad, right? Let it be. You know how when you go in, like, and you cook something and it's just a failure. It's just bad. No matter what you do with it, you try and add a little more salt, you try and add this, and you can kind of help it along a little bit, but it'll never be a great meal. That's kind of what happens in the painting. And like with this, right? No matter what I do with it, it's never going to be a great painting. Um, but uh, better to let it be. Let's see. Brazen says the issue I have is if you want to sell or show the work, then I feel it must be archival. This is one of the reasons I chose watercolor to be my medium of choice. Yeah, Brazen, absolutely. Absolutely. If you're going to be making paintings that are for sale and are for, I mean, for anything like that, obviously, yes. Taking, your cereal box and cutting it up and putting a bunch of gesso on it makes for a great place to do studies and without the intention at all of selling the paintings. In fact, you could sell the paintings just as not as archival paintings. And in fact, you can also take a really great study, if this turns out to be a great study, maybe tomorrow's study is going to be a better one, but you could take the study and sell prints and not the actual painting. So there are options. But when I was, especially for like Blanca, who is learning how to paint, um, uh, the intention of just using household items um, rather than going out and buying the expensive, beautiful, this and that or the other thing canvases is really unnecessary. The only thing that I think needs to be high quality is your paint. Buy quality paint. And two or three decent brushes. They don't have to be high quality brushes when you're a beginner. Yeah, watercolor is enough to use archival paper and paints even for practice. Yeah, definitely. Um, I Watercolors. Yeah, prints, see? That's a good idea. And there are a lot of people out there. There are so many people out there who want art but can't afford to pay for it. So prints are one option, but this would be another option, that you could sell something. It doesn't have to be archival. It's still going to last for many, many years if it's properly prepared, and you've got the gesso down. The gesso has its glue in it, so it'll do a pretty good job of keeping it. Yes, canvases are very expensive. And when you're in the learning stages, it's just they're unnecessary. They really are. It's just unnecessary because I mean, we all got to face the fact that just because we're painting doesn't mean we're Rembrandts and our little, beginner sketches are going to be in the Louvre Museum a couple hundred years after we're dead and gone. I don't, it's not going to happen. So, So I just lighten up with it and use what I can. And sometimes I'm stuck. I mean, here on the island, there's no art stores. Sometimes I'm not able to buy quality canvases, and so why not? I will use what I have. And it works just fine. Could be a piece of wood that, my husband's building something, and I'll take the little pieces of wood, and there you go. And put gesso on it, and voila, you have you have a nice little canvas. And it works. So let me put it back on. Okay. Well, I'm not saying much. So I'm kind of I'm not too unhappy with this little painting, but I wanted you to see, Blanca, you should try this, especially working with complementary colors. You should try this one. It's important. The complementary colors are important. Do you know what they are? I mean, do you know what I'm talking about? If you don't, let me know. Um, but if it's just the color that's opposite on the color wheel. So if it's a yellow, then purple is the complement of that color, and it works really, really well in a painting. So if you're um Brazen says, excuse me, I'm going to cut myself off. I figure I finally have the courage to learn to paint at 59. I do not know why some multiple medium, but learn so much from you, Vita. Oh, even though you use acrylic and oil. Um, that's sweet, Brazen. Thank you so much. It's all the same, no matter what medium you're using. Of course, the process of the painting is very different. With watercolor, it'd be the other way around. You would start with the lights and go dark, right? Yeah, Blanca, I'm glad I figured you probably understood. You probably knew about that anyways. Um, but um, but it's good to do. I'm just playing around with this. I kept going and going and going, trying to make it work. The angle is off. Uh, Nothing. I'm going to paint this again tomorrow. Uh, Maybe even doing the same thing using the complementary colors and somehow altering it. And then I am going to do a painting 100% with my left hand. I want to see if I can do a lemon with my left hand. That'll be fun. Oh, I maybe we'll do that on the 15th, halfway through. We'll break it up and have a laugh day with painting with the opposite hand, your non-dominant hand. Yeah, yeah. What's really cool about watercolors, Brazen, that I absolutely love is the unpredictability of it, right? There's Oh, that would be cool, Blanca. I can't wait to see, remember, hashtag Vita Lemons. I'll type it in. Um, so you guys use that hashtag and upload on Instagram. Brazen, are you on Instagram? I'm not sure that, I don't even know if we're all connected there. I can't remember. You're going to do it with me, right? We'll do it on October 15th. Left-handed watercolors. Oh my goodness. It's the one thing that I really enjoy about watercolors also is that the unpredictability of it. I suppose the more you become acquainted with it and understand how it works, it's not really so unpredictable. But right now, for me, it's very unpredictable. Oh, good. You're gonna have to paint with me with left hand. And we'll just do like I mean, hashtag Vita Lemons. No, and nobody's gonna see that but us. So you gotta upload it. You gotta do it with me. Yeah, you do, you do, you do. Maybe we could try a painting with our feet day. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh, I'm talking. What am I saying? That's turning towards the shadow, right? That other half is definitely not bright enough. However, I didn't want that one to be the focal area. I was trying to get this other lemon where and everything happening with this little painting. So the again the point of it was to work with complementary colors, yellow being the lemon, of course, and purple being the complement. Compared to the image shown here, it looks like the lemon that's turning towards the shadow, right? That other half is definitely not bright enough. However, I didn't want that one to be the focal area. I was trying to get this other lemon where you can actually see the slices, the inside of the lemon. I just couldn't get the angle, just couldn't get it right. Looking at it now, I can see what I need to fix and how I need to alter it. Um, but I wasn't able to do it while I was painting. And there you go. So I'm going to have to leave it as is and consider it a flop. However, as far as the painting goes, however, uh, the information that I gained with these with this using these complements, because I don't normally use complementary colors specifically, like yellow and purple, and working that into a composition that is speaking the complementary colors as it is here. I hardly used um, any other colors. Everything, of course, I'm using a limited palette, so it can all pretty much mix together well enough, not perfectly, and you still have to be careful. Um, but yeah, no, lots of things wrong with this one. I'm going to paint this one again tomorrow to see if I can paint it better for day 10 of this lemon painting challenge, because, as my mentor says, Colleen Coben, if you can paint a lemon, you can paint anything. And it's basically true. If you can put together a lemon in a painting, you're pretty much able to paint anything at all. So, all right, you guys, it's been 1 hour and 20 minutes. I guess about 10 minutes of that is trying to figure out how to get all of this to work. Um, uh, have to, I'll have to find a solution to that. Uh, all right, you guys, I'm coming back. Hey, let me turn on a light. Get the light on. Hello. Ah. I do not think this is a failure doomed for the corner of shame. No, it's not. It isn't. Oh my goodness, you're so funny. You are so funny. No, it definitely is not for the corner of shame. Armchair quarterback in the corner of shame. No, it's hi. So this has been uh are you leaving, Blanca? Goodbye, my love. Um See you tomorrow. So I'm going to do the same painting again. I may do a little bit of altering, but I may just maybe focus a little bit more on measuring to get the right angle of this half of a lemon. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It all depends on tomorrow. So you guys, this was great. I had so much fun. Yeah, I like this because I get to be more active with you guys. So I'm just going to paint them like I did yesterday and today beforehand, and uh, maybe probably not live again. I'll just record it and then come in and we'll just talk. We can at least spend some time together, and you can ask me anything, and it's just so much fun to spend time with you. October 15th, we're going to paint with our opposite hand. Okay? That's going to be that's going to be it halfway through. So we'll just have a fun day and just paint paint badly. Just mess up with your opposite hand. It'll be a lot of fun. Yes. No, same time, 6 o'clock my time, so you can make it, right? Tomorrow? 6 o'clock my time. That's pretty much when we do the Zoom calls too. Yeah. Okay. It'll be great to have you, Brazen, tomorrow. I would love to see you. Love to have you here. Um, always with an open heart. Um, all of you here. This is just so nice. That's just so nice for me. So, ask me anything. Yeah, let's clarify that. Ask me anything painting wise. No, you can ask me anything. Literally, you can ask me anything, and I may not answer you. I may not give you an answer depending on what it is, but pretty much an open book. You can pretty much ask me anything. Okay. 6 p.m. your time is great. You set an alarm. I think it's um, what is it, like 8 o'clock your time? Something like that. 8 in the morning. Okay. You guys, much love. I will see you all again tomorrow. Kisses, 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 kisses.